So you've built a really cool application. It's capable of load balancing. It's capable of replicating. You've got to spread it across a couple geographies. And now you're missing the simplest part. How do you handle DNS? So today we're going to show you the easiest way to handle a globally distributed replicated load balance cluster using a very simple Anycast DNS solution. The components, in this case we have resource pools in the US and Canada. We have some load balancers, and we have an Anycast DNS service. They can all be ordered from the order tab here. So for example, if we go to Canada, and that's what you get for clicking buttons too fast. If you go to Cloud VPS in Canada, from previous videos we built 2 web nodes and a database node, and we did the same thing in the United States with a SATA and SSD pool where we have our web nodes and our database nodes. Lastly, the load balancers. We've got them in the US, we've got one in the US and one in Canada. So what we're going to do at this point is we're going to add both of our web servers to the load balancer array in the US, web 1. We're going to do it over the WAN. And then we're going to assign the web 2 server. We're not going to assign the MySQL server. We're going to assign the web 2 server into the load balance array. And of course you can template these VMs and add additional nodes to this array pretty quickly and easily. We've created several videos to demonstrate that as well. So if you go back to the balancer details, this one's already active, this one's pending, it'll be active in a couple minutes. And we're going to do the same thing with the load balancer in Canada. Web 1 and then web 2. So you've got your application load balancing its geography, you've got it synchronizing, but now how do you handle requests between each? I'm going to make note of my primary load balancer IP on each of the Canadian and US load balancer. And I'm going to go to the Anycast DNS service, where I've already got the domain. As you can see, it's free for a single domain for Cartika customers. Where I've already got the domain yourapplication.com loaded up. When you're ready, you simply point your domain to these name servers, and our system handles the rest. So in this case, I'm going to add a couple A records. I'm going to leave it to 1 hour. Though with the Anycast system, if one becomes unavailable, it's a persistent system. It'll start targeting the other A record. So I'm going to add my 2 A records in. And we click on this domain now to look at its configuration. We'll see the required name server records here, and here's the 2 A records. If one of these become unavailable in one geography, your request will be pushed to the second A record in the second geography. And that's it for approximately 20, 40 70, 100, $160 worth of infrastructure fees on a baseline resource cost. You can create a globally distributed high availability cluster across Canada, United States, and soon Europe.